Speak Daily English. Real English every day.
Hello everyone, welcome to Speak Daily English channel. I'm Anna and today we're going to learn about an extremely useful topic for everyday life, daily routine. If you're new to English or at A1, A2 level, this lesson will help you learn basic vocabulary to describe your daily activities. Remember to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next lessons. 1. Morning routine. Let's start with morning activities. Here's important vocabulary you need to know. Wake up. Example, I wake up at 6:30 every morning. Get out of bed. Example, after I wake up, I get out of bed immediately. Take a shower. Example, I take a shower every morning to feel refreshed. Brush my teeth. Example, I brush my teeth twice a day. Get dressed. Example, I get dressed after taking a shower. Now, let me describe my morning routine. Every morning, I wake up at 7 o'clock. First, I get out of bed and stretch for a few minutes. Then, I go to the bathroom to brush my teeth and wash my face. After that, I take a quick shower. Next, I get dressed and go to the kitchen to make breakfast. Did you notice how I used the vocabulary we just learned? These are very common activities that most people do in the morning. 2. Breakfast time. Next, let's talk about breakfast. Make breakfast. Example, I make breakfast for my family every day. Have breakfast. Example, I usually have breakfast at 7:30. Drink coffee/tea. Example, I drink a cup of coffee with my breakfast. Eat toast, cereal, eggs. Example, I often eat cereal with milk for breakfast. Let's see how I describe my breakfast. For breakfast, I usually make a simple meal. I often eat toast with jam and drink a cup of green tea. Sometimes I eat fruit like bananas or apples. On weekends, I have more time, so I make eggs and bacon. 3. Going to work or school. After breakfast, many people prepare to go to work or school. Leave the house. Example, I leave the house at 8:15 every morning. Go to work, school. Example, I go to work by bus. Drive to work. Example, my husband drives to work every day. Take the bus, train. Example, I take the bus to the city center. Arrive at work, school. Example, I arrive at work at 9 o'clock. Here's how I describe my commute to work. After breakfast, I put on my shoes and coat. Then I leave the house at 8:30. I usually take the bus to work because parking is difficult in my area. The bus ride takes about 20 minutes. I arrive at work around 9 o'clock. 4. Daytime activities. Now, let's talk about what we do during the workday. Work on the computer. Example, I work on the computer for many hours each day. Have meetings. Example, we have meetings every Monday morning. Answer emails. Example, I answer emails first thing when I get to work. Talk to colleagues. Example, I often talk to colleagues during lunch break. Have lunch. Example, I have lunch at 12:30. Here's a description of my workday. At work, I first check and answer important emails. Then I work on my computer and attend meetings with my team. At 12:30, I have lunch in the office cafeteria or sometimes at a nearby restaurant. After lunch, I continue working until 5 o'clock. 5. Evening routine. After a day of work, we return home and have evening time. Here's important vocabulary. Go home. Example, I go home at 5:30 p.m. Cook dinner. Example, I cook dinner for my family most evenings. Have dinner. Example, we have dinner at 7 o'clock. Watch TV. Example, after dinner, I watch TV for an hour. Read a book. Example, I like to read a book before bed. Wash the dishes. Example, my husband and I wash the dishes together. Take a walk. Example, sometimes I take a walk after dinner. Here's how I describe my evening. After work, I go home around 6 o'clock. When I get home, I change into comfortable clothes and start cooking dinner. My family and I have dinner together at 7 p.m. After dinner, I wash the dishes while my children do their homework. Then we might watch TV together, or I read a book. Sometimes we take a short walk around our neighborhood. 6. Before bed. Finally, let's talk about what we do before sleeping. Go to bed. Example, sometimes I take a bath to relax before bed. Brush teeth. Example, I always brush my teeth before going to bed. Set the alarm. Example, I set the alarm for 6:30 a.m. Go to bed. Example, I usually go to bed at 11 p.m. Fall asleep. Example, I fall asleep quickly after a busy day. Here's my before bed routine. Before bed, I take a warm shower to relax. Then I brush my teeth and put on my pajamas. I set the alarm on my phone for the next morning. Sometimes I read a few pages of a book. I usually go to bed around 10:30 and fall asleep quickly. Now, let's practice what we've learned. I'll describe a typical day from morning to night, and please listen carefully. I wake up at 6:30 every morning. First, I get out of bed and take a shower. Then, I brush my teeth and get dressed. After that, I go to the kitchen to make breakfast. I usually have toast with eggs and a cup of coffee for breakfast. At 8:15, I leave the house and drive to work. I arrive at work at 9 o'clock. At work, I check my emails, have meetings with my colleagues, and work on my computer. I have lunch at 12:30, usually a sandwich or salad. I finish work at 5 p.m. and go home. When I get home, I change my clothes and cook dinner. My family and I have dinner at 7 o'clock. After dinner, I wash the dishes and then watch TV or read a book. Sometimes we take a walk together. Before bed, I take a shower and brush my teeth. I set my alarm and go to bed at 10:30 p.m. You can pause the video and try to describe your day in English using the vocabulary we've learned. Excellent! Today we've learned many useful vocabulary words and phrases to describe our daily routines. These are basic but extremely important words that you'll use every day when speaking English. Remember to practice daily by describing your routine in English. You can write it down or say it out loud. This will help you remember the vocabulary longer. In the description below, I've included a link to download a free vocabulary sheet and practice exercises. Download it and follow the instructions. If you liked this video, don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel, and share with friends who are learning English. See you in our next video about talking about hobbies. Thank you for watching.
Speak Daily English. Real English every day.